During the December 4 episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit Kemsley opened up about something incredibly personal, navigating a major family change while protecting her children's emotional well-being. When she later appeared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, Dorit shared an update on what her 11-year-old son, Jagger, and her 9-year-old daughter, Phoenix, understand about the shift happening at home. "Both kids are aware," Dorit explained. "It wasn't one big announcement, and it wasn't something I tried to hide either." She told host Bozoma St. John that she initially hoped to gently start a conversation, but Jagger wasn't ready. "When I tried to bring it up, he preferred not to talk about it. He brushed it off, and honestly, that made me even more concerned," she admitted. She wanted him to know he could share whatever he was feeling, even if he couldn't put it into words yet. Dorit recalled gently trying again. "I said, 'Jags, you must have feelings about what's going on, about Dad not living here right now.' And he just kept saying, 'I'm fine, Mom.' But I could see he was carrying something inside." Eventually, Jagger shared that he understood why she didn't have one straightforward conversation with him right away. "He told me, 'I think you made the right choice, Mommy. It makes sense.'" Dorit revealed that he even noted how often his father had been away, which helped him process the situation more clearly. Why the change has been hard on the kids. Later in the after show, Dorit shared that communication with her son has grown stronger in recent months. "Jagger's talking to me more, expressing what's on his mind. A lot of his feelings have to do with wanting more consistency from his dad," she said. She emphasized that her priority is making sure her kids don't suppress their emotions. "As long as they're not holding everything inside, I feel like we're moving in the right direction," she noted. More than anything, Dorit said she hoped her children maintain a healthy bond with their father. "That's what I want most for them," she added. "A strong relationship with both of us." How Jagger first found out. Dorit previously revealed on season 14 of RHOBH that she wasn't sure how, or when, to tell her children about the separation. With Jagger, it was especially challenging, she told her castmates. She shared that he made a few comments that showed he had already pieced things together. He said something like, "Of course I know you and Dad aren't together." And when I asked how he felt, he just brushed it off again. She also told the group that Jagger once asked whether she had posted something online about the situation. Earlier that year, Dorit and PK had shared a joint announcement explaining that they were taking time apart. Dorit explained to her son that long marriages sometimes go through difficult periods. "Sometimes people need space to figure things out," she told him at the time. A meeting later in the season. As seen in the season 15 trailer, the topic comes up again when Dorit later meets with Mauricio Umansky, PK's friend and Kyle Richards' estranged husband. In a tense and emotional moment, Dorit tells Mauricio he hasn't reached out to ask about seeing the kids. Mauricio listens carefully before responding, "I understand, but I'm hearing different things." The conversation sets the stage for more revelations later in the season, highlighting how complicated friendships and family ties can become when major life changes ripple through the RHOBH world. As the days moved forward, Dorit found herself balancing public life, filming demands, and the quiet, everyday moments at home that felt heavier than usual. The rhythm of her house had changed. Different routines, new silences, and unexpected questions from her kids that sometimes arrived at the most surprising times. Jagger, who had always been observant, seemed to be processing the shift in waves. Some days he was upbeat and busy with school and activities. Other days he was a little quieter, lingering near his mom while she made breakfast or asking if she'd be home before bedtime. Phoenix, meanwhile, approached everything with her natural warmth and curiosity, but even she sensed that things were different. Dorit tried to create as much stability as she could. She kept their routine structured: school drop-offs, playdates, homework sessions, family dinners, and she made sure they continued the fun little traditions they'd always had, like decorating cookies on Fridays or watching movies in pajamas on Sunday nights. It was her way of letting them know that while some things in life may change, her commitment to them never would. Still, despite her efforts, Dorit couldn't ignore the underlying tension of trying to parent through an emotionally complicated chapter. Each time she saw her kids glance at the empty chair at the dinner table, she felt a pang of worry. Were they confused? Were they upset? Were they protecting her the way she was trying to protect them? That question lingered with her, even as she continued filming season 15. A shift in Dorit's perspective. One afternoon, during a break from filming, Dorit sat with her longtime friend and castmate Sutton Strack. The two had bonded deeply over the years, often confiding in each other about their personal trials. "Do you think I'm handling this right?" Dorit asked quietly, her eyes focused on the steaming cup of tea in her hands. Sutton leaned back thoughtfully. "I think you're doing the best you can, and that's all anyone can ask. Kids don't need perfection, they need honesty and love, and you've given them both." Dorit appreciated the reassurance, yet the uncertainty still tugged at her. What she feared most wasn't the change itself. It was how the change would shape her children's memories. She wanted them to feel supported, not unsettled. She wanted them to grow stronger through this, not shaken. Her castmates had been a mix of comforting, curious, and at times unintentionally intrusive. But that was the nature of the show, and in many ways, the nature of the friendships she had built on it. Everyone meant well, but everyone also had their own opinions. And on RHOBH, opinions rarely stayed quiet for long. A new layer of drama. When filming resumed, the topic resurfaced during a group lunch at a Beverly Hills restaurant. The ladies gathered around a long table filled with salads, pasta, and sparkling drinks. The ambience was elegant, but the conversation quickly turned raw. Crystal Kung-Minkoff noticed Dorit seemed quieter than usual. "Are you okay? Like, really okay?" she asked gently. Dorit hesitated, then nodded. "I'm managing. Some days are harder. Some days the kids ask questions, and I try to answer as honestly as possible without overwhelming them." RHOBH chimed in, her voice soft but direct. "That's tough. Kids always pick up on more than we think." The table murmured in agreement. "And PK?" Erica Jane asked, cutting to the heart of the issue. "Any progress there?" Dorit took a breath. "Communication is inconsistent. I want him to be more available for the kids. Right now, they feel that absence." The table fell silent for a moment. In that silence was understanding. Whatever their personal issues or on-camera tensions, they all knew what it meant to worry about family. A tension-filled conversation. Later that week, Dorit finally agreed to meet with Mauricio Umansky, hoping to gain clarity around the conflicting information she felt was swirling around her situation with PK. Mauricio had been close to PK for years, and while his own life had shifted dramatically since separating from Kyle Richards, he had still maintained certain friendships. The meeting was arranged at a casual outdoor cafe, away from the typical Beverly Hills glamour. Dorit arrived first, choosing a table in the corner where she could speak freely. When Mauricio walked in, he greeted her with a warm, familiar nod. "Thanks for meeting me," Dorit said, adjusting her sunglasses. "Of course. I want to help however I can," Mauricio replied, sitting across from her. She didn't waste time. "Mao, I'm trying to understand what's going on. I'm hearing from others that he's saying he's trying to see the kids, but from my end, I'm not seeing effort." Mauricio listened carefully. "I hear you, but I'm also hearing that he wants to be more present." "That's not what's happening," Dorit said, her voice firm. "The kids feel it, I feel it, and I don't know how to help them understand something even I can't explain." Mauricio looked conflicted. "I'm not taking sides. I'm just telling you what I've been told." "I appreciate that," Dorit said, softening. "But what I need right now is clarity. If PK wants to be around more, He needs to show it, not just say it. The conversation ended respectfully, but with more questions than answers, and Dorit knew it wouldn't be the last time they revisited the topic. Back at home. That night, she returned home to find Jagger working on homework at the kitchen island and Phoenix coloring at the dining table. The ordinary domestic scene brought a warmth to her chest, a reminder that even in chaos, there were moments of peace. "Can we have a movie night?" Phoenix asked, her eyes lighting up. Of course, Dorit smiled. "Which one?" "Something funny," Phoenix announced. Jagger nodded. "Something we've all seen before." Dorit knew exactly why he said that. Familiar stories were comforting, predictable, safe. "Funny and familiar," she said. "I think we can do that."